Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we unpack the numbers to see if companies are really telling us the whole story. Today we're diving into an announcement from Stran & Company, a company we've looked at before. They're giving us a heads up about their upcoming financial results before we get into the description, where we break down these filings even further. So what's the big news here? Well, Stran & Company is filing an 8K, which is basically a current report used to announce major events that shareholders should know about. In this case, it's all about their upcoming second quarter financial results for 2025. The key date here is August 1st, 2025. That's when they announced when they'll be releasing their second fiscal quarter results for the period ending June 30th. We're talking about Stran & Company Inc., a company incorporated in Nevada. Now let's look at what they've got going on in terms of their stock. They have common stock with a very small par value of just the 0.00011 per share, trading under the symbol SWAG. They also have warrants, which are essentially options to buy stock at a specific price. These warrants are exercisable for one share of their common stock at an exercise price of $4.8175. This tells us a bit about their capital structure and how they might be raising funds or compensating people. One interesting tidbit is that Stran & Company declares itself an emerging growth company. This designation comes with certain regulatory perks, like being able to delay adopting new accounting standards. The core of this filing is essentially a press release announcing their upcoming earnings announcement. They're telling us they'll release their financial results for the second quarter of 2025, which ended on June 30th after the market closes on Tuesday, August 12th. And then the day after, on Wednesday, August 13th, they'll hold a conference call at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to talk all about those results. Now, this next part is super important and something we see in almost every SEC filing. They include a section on forward-looking statements. This is a legal disclaimer basically saying that anything they say about the future, like their expectations for growth, future performance, or business initiatives, is based on current information and involves risks and uncertainties. They're also telling us they aren't obligated to update these forward-looking statements if things change later on, unless the law requires them to. This means we should always take these future-looking statements with a grain of salt and look at the actual results when they come out. The actual press release is attached as Exhibit 99.1, so while this filing itself is just an announcement of an announcement, the press release would contain more of the detailed information about the upcoming earnings call. And that cover page interactive data file, that's just a standard piece of electronic filing now, making the data searchable and machine readable. This signature section is also pretty standard. It's just confirming that the company is filing this report as required by the Securities Exchange Act of 1934. And of course, we see the signature of Andrew Shape, who is the President and Chief Executive Officer. He's the one signing off on this report, basically saying that to the best of his knowledge, the information is correct. Now, looking at this filing, it's mostly a procedural announcement. It's telling us when they'll release their actual financial results. We don't have the numbers themselves here, just the announcement of the upcoming numbers. This is common practice. Companies often give a heads up about their earnings release dates and conference calls. What we really want to see are the details from the August 12th press release and the August 13th conference call. Those are the documents where we'll find the actual financial tables, the revenue figures, profit margins, all the juicy details that tell us how Stran & Company is really performing. From what we have here, the key takeaway is that Stran & Company is gearing up to release its second quarter 2025 financial results on August 12th. Being an emerging growth company might mean they have some flexibility in reporting, which is something to keep an eye on. The warrants also suggest a potential for future share dilution, which could affect existing shareholders. In terms of direction, this filing doesn't give us much to go on about their strategy or performance yet. It's just the prelude to the main event. We need to wait for the actual earnings report to assess their financial health, revenue growth, profitability, and how their business initiatives are panning out. Are they growing? Are they shrinking? Are they managing their expenses effectively? These are the questions we'll need the upcoming financial statements to answer. For now, the biggest risk is simply that the upcoming results might not be what investors are hoping for. Without the actual numbers, we can't form a solid opinion. But we can say this, they are on the calendar to report soon and we'll be ready to decode those numbers when they drop. Alright, that's our quick look at this Stran & Company filing. What are your thoughts about upcoming earnings reports and how companies announce them? Do you find these pre-announcements useful or just more corporate noise? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please smash that like button and of course subscribe subscribe for more straightforward financial analysis. Don't forget to join our Discord community as well, link in the description, to keep the conversation going. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.